The march of the judges continues as we read chapters 10 through 14 this week. You may recognize the last judge mentioned with a guarantee that the book will definitely become more interesting. No great deeds of valor are recorded for either Tola or Jair, the judges named in chapter 10. But they gave the nation 45 years of peace. No foreign invaders are named, so these two judges served by solving the internal problems of the nation. They were administrators rather than generals, and we need both. The people, once again though, turned to gods of the enemy, and God had to chasten them by an invasion of the Ammonites. Our next judge, Jephthah, written about in chapters 11 and 12, stood up to lead. He was an illegitimate son of Gilead who was chased out of the country by his brothers. Yet, in spite of his brothers' rejection, God used him. There is even evidence that Jephthah was a sincere worshiper of the Lord, and he knew the scriptures. He was a man of faith and courage who depended on God's power for victory. To Jephthah's credit, he tried to solve the problem without bloodshed. The king of Ammon ignored his message and prepared his troops. However, that king was defeated by the Israelites. Israel had just won a great battle, but instead of joy, there was pettiness and quarreling. The tribe of Ephraim was angry and jealous that they had not been invited to join in the fight, although Jephthah said that he had invited them. Jephthah's revenge was swift, with the result being a civil war that cost Israel dearly. Jephthah led the country for 6 years, followed by Ibzan for 7, Elon for 10, and Abdon for 8. The last two chapters of the week are about Judge Samson from the tribe of Dan, whose story many of you will recognize. Chapter 13 explains how he was born as a result of God's plan in the lives of Manoah and his wife, in order to bring the deliverance of Israel from the hands of the Philistines. Samson was to be a Nazirite, a person who took a vow, in his case for life, to be set apart for God's service. He could not cut his hair, touch a dead body, or drink anything containing alcohol. In the final chapter of the week, you will read about the moment that the Spirit of the Lord came upon Samson in power and gave him the strength to tear apart a lion. It was at this time that he made 3 large mistakes that brought shame to his family. Samson means sunny, and initially he did bring sunshine to his home and to Israel at a dark period in their history. What more will we learn about this man, this judge called Samson? You will have to check in next week and see, because Biblical Shakers makes reading the Bible way more enjoyable for you. And I pray the Lord will put a hunger on your heart.